Hello everyone, I'm back in Flight Sim 2024 because they finally updated the Boeing 707. This is Local Legend 10. If you had it in Flight Sim 2020, then it's available to you for free. Right when you pop into the marketplace, you'll be able to see that it's available for free. Otherwise, it is $15 unless you have whichever version it is that gives you a discount. So it's here, and most importantly, it is not from Airplane Heaven anymore. It is from Working Title and IniBuilds. Aeroplane Heaven had done the initial version for Flight Sim 2020, and you may or may not recall that when they tried to release it, Microsoft/Asobo said no and decided to delay it because it wasn't up to standards. When it finally released, well, it wasn't up to the community standards either. As we can see, the all-time rating is 2.9, but the last 30 days it's 4.4. And the rating is really probably hurting it a little bit. Maybe they should wipe out the ones that were related to the older version of it, considering we now have this newer version. So the newer version has many improvements, and I'm not going to go through all of them because it's not my goal to sell the thing to you, but it does have 3 different navigation methods. It has your regular sort of GPS, but it also has the older SIVA system, the INS, which maybe you've seen in the Concorde. So that is a nice little feature, and maybe we'll see some of the other features when I try it out. So that is what I'm going to do. So you have the different navigation choices as variants here, and I'll go with the SIVA version. And then all the liveries work for each one, and there's real liveries: Air India, Alaska Airlines, Boeing, Korean Air, Malaysian, Pan Am, THY, and TWA, and then a blank. I'll go with the traditional Pan Am. Now it is a $15 airliner, so, you know, personally I don't expect too much from that, considering airliners for Flight Sim go for much more than that. Though it would be nice if the only 707 that we have is of good quality. I'll actually start from a ramp and perhaps start it up. We'll see how that goes. One other important feature is a virtual flight engineer, and we'll see how that works out. But first, let's take a look at how it is out here. It seems to have the wheel chocks and sort of the pre-flight stuff available. So I don't know if there's anything but the wheel chocks. If I leave the pitot covers, that's probably not a good thing. But there is no cover on that one. So maybe that's it. Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. It is apparently career compatible, which is interesting. Not too many add-ons are. And we actually have a little app on our regular pad. And it has the flight engineer, data cards, various options. So this is much more full-featured. Select engineer flow. Honestly, I want to do it too, but so this is presumably shift 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So actually we can access the flight engineer panels from 8 and 9 and 10 or 0. So those 3 are dedicated to the engineer panels. Okay, well, let's see. Well, I think a lot of the electrical stuff must be with the engineer then. Are you the battery switch cover? Okay, guard closed. APU fire and overheat test. Okay, where are you? Oh, there. I need you on test. Okay, sounds good to me. And start the... we can start the APU, huh? Okay, we can start the APU. AC paralleling selector to the APU. Well, should probably wait until the APU is actually done. It is. It's ready to go. There they go. Very nice. APU generator switch on. Okay, well, I guess it just goes on for a little bit. Bleed valve switch open. Well, that's open. Essential power source. No, it's on APU. Radio master switches on. Okay, that's that. Panel lights. Well, I'm sure that's fine. Mach airspeed warning test. Okay, that's what that sounds like. Mach trim test. Okay. Automatic stabilizer trim. Automatic cutout. And normal. Okay, so we want it on normal. Rudder switch. Guard closed. Spoiler switches guard closed. Engine fire switches in. They seem in to me. Transfer switches. Norm. Yep. Engine fire test switch. Right. Okay, released. Discriminator. Okay. And guard closed for the engine start control selectors. INS system align. Mode selector. Oh, that's over here. And we need it on align. Hope that's align. I don't see the little arrow. Well, it seems to say align. Okay. Display selector position. It seems to be on there. Okay, well, we're supposed to test everything on the SIVA, but I am going to pass on that. Okay, no smoking and seatbelt signs. Emergency exit lights on. Oh, and then off. We were supposed to check that they were illuminated. Okay. Well, I guess I have to do the flight engineer bits too. Okay, fine. Panel lights are fine. AC paralleling selector. I think we should just go with APU for now. Essential. Well, we're seeing the bus voltages. In a way, this is much more like the Apollo spacecraft cockpit than later airliners, but galley power switch on. Push to test gauges. Okay, that's the fuel quantity gauges checked. There's 78 bits to this. Okay, 4 booster pumps on. Now we're getting somewhere, I guess. Oh, it's just the forward, not the aft. Okay, center left. Okay, all 4 boost pump switch off. Oh, fuel heat switches off, but they're on right now. Okay. Oh, but then they flick back on. Okay, whatever. Hydraulic reservoir is fine. Engine pumps are on. Those are closed. Interconnect valve, brake. Okay, brake. AC auxiliary pumps on. Interconnect valve switch to system. Parking brakes set. If I actually manage to get this working properly, it'll be a minor miracle. On the first try, I mean. Press and hold, amplitude. Alright. Engine oil quantity test. Okay, seems good. So this is actually depressurization. This back to takeoff. How many times do I have to flick that? Okay, that's fine. Well, it says that the air compressor low oil pressure light should be illuminated. Bleed air switches are off. Wing valve things are open, but they're not illuminated. Uh-oh. That I don't care about. As required, cabin temp. We can just deal with whatever temp we end up with. Fuel dump panel cover is closed. Oxygen pressure indicators. Okay. And we seem to have a running APU, so that's not a problem. Flight recorder on. We don't really have waypoints. I didn't put in a flight at all. Okay, beacon switch on. So now we'll be ready to go with that. Yaw damper on. Window heat to low. I will set an altitude warning. Let's say 500 feet. Set more than 1,000 feet. No, we're doing a whole test on that. I'm not going to do that. Okay, I think we're clear enough on the first officer. So, back to the flight engineer, hopefully to get us ready for startup. 1 on per tank. Well, let's go with the forward ones then. 1, 3, and 4 close. But this one open, apparently. Well, now we have to turn the galley power switch off. The air conditioning is off. Emergency flaps are off. Those are closed. This emergency lights are armed. Start levers cut off. Yep. Batteries on when the cover is down. We have fuel. We have some pressure. 30 psi or higher is fine. Okay, this should be on nav now. Beacon is on, and so that's it. So now I get to try and start the engine. So the normal starting sequence is 3, 4, 2, 1. So starting engine 3. I set that to ground start.
Engine start valve open.
Well, I hear something happening.
%, N2. Lever to start.
Oh, lever to start. Okay.
Oil pressure rising.
Well, they have a voice for the flight engineer in this situation.
Starter release. %, N2. Lever to idle.
Well, I accidentally already put it to idle. Seems like that's... it says advancing engine start lever prematurely can cause a hot start, so... hopefully it doesn't blow up on me or anything, you know. Seems okay so far. It's gone off on the starting, so that's done. Engine 4.
Engine start valve open. %, N2. Lever to start.
Okay. It's on start, not on idle.
Oil pressure rising. Starter release.
The throttle wiggle is because of my throttle
50%
levers.
N2. Lever to idle.
Okay, that's on idle. Well, again, it hasn't blown up. So, number 2.
Engine start valve open.
Now, technically, I should get a pushback before I start the engines, but we're doing it this way. I don't know exactly what the protocol was in those days anyway. Oh, maybe while I was out, he had said to move it to start because it's already at the end too.
Oil pressure rising. Starter release. %, N2. Lever to idle.
Okay, idle. Got 3 engines so far. Okay, trying to start engine
start
1.
valve open. %, N2. Lever to start. Oil pressure rising. Starter release.
Okay, we have them all on idle. Okay, we're going to Gen 2. That's a very different frequency there. Okay, well, we need to... I think it was just supposed to be Gen 2 closed. No, they all end up closed. Air compressor 2 and 3 start. I guess that's engine 2 and 3. Oh, and it wants 4. Galley gets its power back. And I'm just gonna get all the boost pump switches on. Except for center, since we don't have any fuel in the center. Oh, apparently the AC auxiliary pump switch 2 is now on. These pumps are off. Just to check the lights, and then we get them on again. Interconnect valve off. We check on the air compressors, then the lights are extinguished. Air conditioning unit on. APU master switch off. So we're totally on the engines now. After start, ground equipment needs to go away. Pressure and quantity normal. That stuff's closed. Doors closed. And then we taxi. So, let's try and get a pushback. I'm just doing the standard stock pushback. In theory, I have GSX, and that might offer other options. Okay, getting pushed. Okay, I'm satisfied with that.
San Francisco ground, Ray Eyes Romeo Hotel, Alpha 1612.
We'll take it from here.
Pushback.
Ray Eyes Romeo Hotel Alpha 1612. Request to end pushback received.
I need a way to put the pad away though. It sort of breaks the classic mood, right? I mean, tab just brings it forward and over there. I need something to get rid of it completely, but apparently I don't have that. Oh well, that is a bit of a mood breaker though. Okay, warning, push to reset. Well, I guess I'll push to reset. Hopefully that's not the most important warning. Anything red over there? Well, that just says the valve is open, right? The circuit's open, I mean. Which we want. Right? Oh, that APU would be on failure. That's as expected. No other lights. I'm wondering why they have that light on, though. Normally you want all the lights off, so it makes me a little bit worried. But okay, let's see if I can fly this. It does not accelerate very quickly on the ground. Or maybe it just seems that way because it's huge. Well, you know, compared to the little Comanche that I've been flying recently. Oh, brakes work. That guy better not be just standing there. Well, what can I say? I think I'm gonna just go through. Thank you. Birds. Ooh. Nice braking sound when we engage the brakes. Oh, there's another one. And then there's that plane that keeps wanting to block me. Is it deliberately just blocking me or what? I think it's just deliberately. It's definitely not supposed to be going in that direction. That's not an approved of direction. Is this supposed to be a game of chicken now? Well, I don't care. It's breaking the mood though. But here we go. Asshole. Rotating. We're trying to. Okay, we are off. Where's the other 707? Lost him. Well, there it is, the 707 in flight, finally for Flight Sim 2024. Oh, there's the other one. Well, I think it's quite an improvement over the previous iteration, and since it didn't cost me any extra money, I'm happy for that. And how about inverted? I'm not doing it in the full barrel roll style that I'm supposed to though. This might be too low to do it. I don't think I can get it inverted like that. Right now, when I try and roll it, this is as much roll as I can do. So I don't think I'm gonna get inverted safely. I would need to be able to roll it a little bit faster. Right now it's only using the above wing surfaces, the spoilers, to roll. It's not actually using the ailerons to roll. Maybe just to stop me from... Yeah, I'm gonna die like that. I just got plunged into the ground if I try to complete a roll. Probably the wrong technique anyway. Alright, so there you have it. The new Boeing 707 in all of its glory. And probably there are features I have not covered. That was not my intent. I'm just saying that it's okay now. It's not bad, and it's here. So with that, Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press like. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. And I'll see you next time.